Am I obliged to say big stretch?
Yeah.
Okay, big stretch.
Yeah.
No, sorry, hold on. Ooh, big stretch.
Stretch.
Yeah, I wonder if you could like immediately disarm uh, people with whom you've had no contact, no shared language,
Right.
by simply doing a big stretch and immediately learning their words for big and stretch.
Like, you know that scenario where you walk into a room, like a waiting room or something, and it's kind of crowded and everyone just kind of looks at you? Like they're waiting for someone to come through the door to like call their name or something, and so they're just like, and
Oh,
then what if? Big stretch,
oh, yeah.
right?
I could see it happening. Big stretch.
And then I guess you slut drop or something.
Yeah,
Like,
you
throw
just
it back.
do the worm. I don't know. I am really not looking forward to the 1 day heat wave tomorrow.
Why did you put that information in my head?
Better to know that it's coming than just getting completely like run over by it.
I guess.
28 Celsius tomorrow in May.
When I was a child, that was approximately my favorite temperature.
Really?
But now I'm an adult and I have put childish things behind me.
Yeah, my favorite temperature now is -5.
I'm kind of in a like 15, 18
Okay.
kind of zone. It's just like shift that by like 10 degrees if you're somewhere cold. Because then it's like, plus 10 after it's just turned from winter to spring is kind of ideal. It's like coming in the other side, you're like, oh damn, this is cold. And then coming out of the freezing, you're like, hot damn, t-shirts. T-shirt
Yeah.
and shorts. The
I just-
sun is out. The birds are singing.
I was very fortunate in university to have a friend who had a hot tub at his place.
A hot tub.
So when it got to like, winter, you would go sit in the hot tub
Right.
and then jump in a snowbank
Yep.
and then back in. And that was living. That was the real deal.
It is. And then like sometimes you jump in the snowbank and it's not like fresh powder and
Yeah, it's just
you
like
get like
ice.
the micro abrasions, and then when you jump back in the hot tub, your skin's been cut.
Yeah, yeah. You jump into the snowbank at the same place where your friend jumped into the snowbank, bearing at the time hot but rapidly cooling chlorinated water.
Yeah.
In a large mass in a splatter pattern. So you just like jump into the snowbank and like immediately begin sliding sideways down it, unconscious.
Like our character from Sliders the other day, you just go ragdoll. You're just
Yes.
like, all, I guess, automotive force has left your body.
Absolutely, just devastating.
Would you ever do a polar bear run?
A polar bear run. I've done I would do a polar bear swim.
Right.
What is the run?
You start like downtown.
So you just like run like in your bathing suit
Naked.
through town,
Yes. And then you
jump into
in the
ocean?
beach, and then you get in the ocean, yeah.
I mean, I've seen people do that, but I don't think they knew they were doing a polar bear run or much of anything at all.
It's kind of an event with multiple people, so it's not like
okay.
you're just soloing it.
As like, the Rocky theme plays. Yeah. Oh, for my birthday, my partner is taking me to a little cabin in the woods.
Little cabin in the woods.
Yeah, on one of the Gulf Islands.
All right.
And that will have a hot tub, which I think is very exciting. But I'm also going to try to get a little telescope.
Do you have like a view of like the pass or anything like that, or are you like just in the woods
Just
on
in
an
the
island?
woods.
So yeah, looking at the sky is a good time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, honestly. I was not a big fan of the woods, but I think that was largely due to my experience with the woods being with Boy Scouts,
Right.
whose main task is keeping 12-year-old boys alive
Right.
for long enough to get them home. And so the way they do that is by making it unfun to be in the woods.
Yes.
Like, no, you should be washing more dishes. What we need to be doing is learning how to splint a leg. Were you sitting there quietly? Too bad. We're building a bridge now.
You ever do like a team activity? I have this memory from camp of it being like a team activity to set up a shelter, right?
Yeah.
And everyone else's idea was stupid. And I was like, that's stupid. Why don't we take another thing and do like a lean-to? And they're like, no, we're going to take this baling twine and take a fence post and tie it up between two trees. And like, we're going to have to like hoist people up by on our shoulders. And then no one knows how to tie a knot. And I got in trouble for making a separate shelter. I got forced into joining the team. And that's, I think if I had access to Boy Scouts, I think that would have been my experience. Like, we're building a bridge. Your bridge is stupid. That bridge is going to collapse. That bridge is dangerous.
Actually, it was not a bad bridge. One of the scoutmasters was some kind of civil engineer. And so he designed it. And then the rest of it was just labor of moving logs. Which... And for the first few years of Boy Scouts, we didn't have tents. They wanted us to learn how to do things according to the survival handbook or the field book, the Boy Scout field manual.
Right.
So everyone brought one tarp and like 30 feet of nylon rope.
Yeah.
And you had to like collaborate with another scout in order to make a shelter.
Rude. Again, that's like the scenario where I would end up doing all the work because the other person would just be like grabbing a stick and thrashing a tree or something.
Yeah. Just no fun.
Yeah. Duckface says, my story sounds like the very first episode I've ever received in a Survivor, and I've always thought that. I've always been like, oh, God, thank God I'm not there, because they would kick me out so fast.
Yeah. I tried to watch Survivor once, and I guess I didn't get it.
I don't either. My stepsister and sister-in-law both watch it, and so when there's like a family Christmas or something like that, everyone kind of huddles around the TV, and we get like the down low on who is gonna maybe. They have like a fantasy football style thing where they're like, I've got bets on this person.
Huh.
And I'm like, if only they didn't have like voting or something, if it was just a pure survival thing or a pure games thing, this would be better.
Yeah, because there's the social element too, where they can just bully someone.
Yep.
I recently was invited to watch The Ultimatum.
What's that?
It's a reality show where they bring on like multiple couples who are dating, and the concept is one of the partners wants to get married and one doesn't. So what they do is they go onto this reality show with a bunch of other couples.
That's
and they
stupid.
all trade partners.
Oh my God.
And then and those new partners have to like have a trial engagement where they like live together for 2 weeks. And then at the end, they have to either get married to their original partner or like wind up with their new. It's very like dysfunctional. And it's like I was watching the first episode of it and thinking, what would it have to be happening in my life for this to occur to me? And they're having like the big dinner, the inaugural dinner with everyone. And the hosts bring out all of the mock engagement rings, and they say to the people as the engagement rings are handed out to them on a silver tray, take one engagement ring and pass the rest down. And I thought, that sounds...
I would eat them all. I would just cram them into my mouth. No.
Yeah, just start eating engagement rings.
Yeah.
But that take one engagement ring and pass the rest down sounds like the second to last thing a cult leader tells you.
Yeah.
Right?
Now we're all married forever.
Yeah. Now drink the Kool-Aid.
Does this taste like barbiturates?
And that's the other thing. Whenever they're filming, like,
they have a death.
all of the glasses and cups in any kind of event where they're like hanging out and drinking, all of the glasses are opaque.
Right.
So you can't see how much anyone has had to drink.
Yes.
And they can also cut around it.
I do
that you
love
don't
that
notice
feature. Yeah.
someone's drink going up and down.
I was like, the glasses are all clear and plastic, so no one gets glassed.
Yeah.
No one gets shards in the hot tub.
Yeah. These ones are all metal.
Oh.
And it's just like whoever's doing the production of it also picks people to be villains. And you can just see like the editing around people's behavior. It's a mess. And I was watching it, and the worst part is that it's kind of compelling, but it's also evil.
Right. Think like in casting myself for any sort of reality show, I like the social engineering ones where it's like you're trapped in a little cube and you only have like a window to pass stuff to your neighbor, and there's little challenges and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or hey, we're making a little colony. It's a little survival post-apocalyptic scenario, and you all have to like work together and use your skills from your real life with like these 80 car batteries that we have in this warehouse. Something like The Bachelor would just be the worst for me, because it's like you're forced to do like dates and try to appeal to this other person, and then everyone's just kind of casually having sex for TV. Ugh. No.
Oh, and that was one of the other things, is that because everyone on the show is American, they all have these extremely mercenary ideas of what interpersonal relationships look like. So nobody wants to like accept anything nice from anyone else, because the only reason anyone does anything nice for anyone
When
else
they want something.
is to get something out of you.
Yeah, or they're trying to like sway your vote or something.
Yeah, and then at the like in the final episode, they do like they bring everyone back after a year or something.
Right.
And one of them was like, no, there was something between me and this other person. Like, there was something real, and I'm being gaslit about how that didn't exist.
Yep.
And he was like, I was just nice to you and listened to you when you talked. Like, that's not...
Yeah, I think it was like...
That's not a romantic thing. That's just listening to you when you say something.
There's a series called Traitors that's like werewolf. And I think the second season for the British series, there's a guy there that definitely catches feels for... Oh, no, it's the first season, because there's a secret couple. And they have to, I don't know, hide that they're a couple because that gives them too much voting power or something like that.
Okay.
And another guy catches feels for the female partner. And they do a really awkward reveal that they're a couple, and this guy just shatters. It's the worst.
Oh. I mean, but like, you have to wonder watching these things, are these people real? And it's not that, maybe they're all actors and this is kind of scripted, because it's not. It's just, but it doesn't matter whether it is or not.
I think if you watch enough reality shows, you get a feel for it. Like later on in the series, they start casting people that were like on Survivor, and there's a big change in the behavior during challenges, or during the voting, like people trying to rile up drama that doesn't really need to happen.
Right.
And then they do like the journals to the camera kind of thing, or the interviews with the producers. And it's just like, well, I have big plans and thoughts, and I'm scheming. I'm a genius.
I'm not here to make friends.
Not here to make friends.
Yeah.
That is something that I liked about Strip Search was both that there was no artificial drama being riled up with the groups, and then the kind of accidental thing where after someone failed a challenge and was removed from the show, they had like an interview with Jerry and Mike.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
kind of in the vehicle, where they actually got to like go through some of their feelings about stuff.
Yeah, I remember watching that show, and I mean, it was made by friends of mine, so I think I'm predisposed to like it. But it didn't feel mercenary and evil, and I wound up thinking like, if I was in this environment, I think I would be tempted. Because whoever won the challenge, or lost the challenge, whoever was selecting the other person to go to the like elimination round
Right.
with, I think I would have been really tempted to pick the strongest person, because they always
Absolutely.
said like, I thought you underperformed on this one, so I'm going to like, pick you off here. Well, not pick you off, but like basically select you for elimination. And I always thought it would be very interesting if you picked the strongest person to
Yeah.
be like, well, you're going to have to step up to this one way or another. Right.
Shout outs to Mel and C running interference on Great British Bake Off footage that shouldn't air. Yeah, Nicholas,
Yeah.
I love Mel Goodrich and Sue Perkins. If they are hosting a reality show, I'm typically on board. And again, same with like Claudia Winkleman, who is like I'm watching season 3 of The Piano, and she also hosts Traders, and I'm just like, she's just very human.
I need to watch the Great British Bake Off. I've just heard lovely things about it.
Yeah, Paul Hollywood, man, that guy. There's like frosted tips and opinions.
3 baby kittens get Yoryu? Good heavens. What were they doing?
Yeah. How old are they?
Tell me more about
Like, are
The
they
baby-
eating on their own, or
Temba.
are they
his-
fresh? Like,
Timba,
did you
his
just
arms
open a
wide.
drawer and find, oh,
Kittens.
a mother cat has crawled into my house, into my bottom drawer of my dresser, and decided it was a cozy nest?
Yeah, no, this is kitten story time. My partner on her farm has 2 kittens,
Yeah.
and they're just so nice. They're so nice. They're curious. They're energetic. They like looking at things. They are bored of the quail.
Good. Good. Did you have to like rub them up against each other?
Yeah,
Kind of thing? Yeah.
Not really. They're just like, the kitten enclosure is right next to the quail enclosure, so they're like, these things are boring and dumb.
Good. Oh, a 4th kitten has entered.
Oh, ooh. Oh. They were sitting on a porch with their mamas.
Quail question. You were talking about quail earlier today, as there are quail eggs available.
Yes.
Baby quails.
Okay. There are no baby quails. She acquired many quail from somebody who was moving,
Right.
and they're pretty stupid.
Yep.
They're pretty stupid animals. They're very cute.
But there are some that are like native to the island, and I have seen them
Yes.
with their babies.
Yeah. Domestic quail, I think these are these are New Zealand quail.
They don't have the little dingle bop.
No dingle. And apparently quail are tricky to keep in captivity, not because they're like prone to disease or anything, but because whenever they get startled, they jump,
Yeah.
and either their cage is high enough that they can't hit the ceiling, or low enough that they can't really get
Hurt
momentum
themselves.
going. So if you have them in an enclosure that is like somewhere between those heights, they will hear like, I don't know, a door close somewhere within 15 kilometers, get startled, jump, and all die because they break their necks.
It's like that clip from 9 o'clock that was in the highlights where James levitated all those cows and then dropped them.
Oh.
I'm assuming it was James.
And also baby quail, when you are raising them, they need to drink from a dish because they can't like get to the line
They're
properly.
just really stupid, yes.
And you need to fill the dish with just like a tiny like film of water,
Otherwise,
and then put marbles in the dish
yeah,
in order to artificially raise the water level, because they will stick their head in the water and drown.
yeah.
Like, were you not? You were a wild animal not that long ago.
And it happens in the wild. They will just, and then they float away in the current. And yeah.
Amazing. Nature is so beautiful. The goats have also stopped bullying the ram. There are sheep and there are
Oh.
goats, and the goats were bullying the ram from the sheep flock.
But the ram's the one most likely to play the goat games, the
Yeah.
headbutts and such.
Yeah, well, the problem is that a sheep is a very kind of like,
They're a rectangle.
yeah, and they don't maneuver so good, unlike the goats who do.
They're
So,
agile. Oh,
yeah.
they bounce off the side of the sheep.
No. What Marshmallow the goat would do was she would like square up with Kevin the ram,
Yep.
and Kevin would have to like maneuver himself laboriously into position, right? Like there would be a backing up noise as Kevin had to like check his
3-point
mirrors.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah, and meanwhile Marshmallow was just like, "Come on, let's go," and then Kevin would be like, "Okay, I'll gonna maneuver myself around, put
I
his head
got
down,"
you this time.
and then Marshmallow would just be like, "Nah, just kidding," and go and clash horns with Pushy,
The other goat.
in what was so clearly a high five. Yeah, got him. And then they would just leave.
And they've stopped this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reminds me of the old poacher's trick for catching pheasant. You leave a trail of rum-soaked raisins on the ground leading to a paper bag. The pheasant follows the trail of raisins, but it puts its head in the bag, then falls asleep because it thinks it's dark out.
There's a thing you can do with grouse because when they're feeding, there's like usually just one on watch that's not eating.
Yeah.
And if you get that one, you can kind of just walk out there and club the rest because they won't react because the warning call hasn't gone off.
Oh. God. Huh. Also, I did not know this, but there are entire, like, petabytes on the internet in strange corners of farmer memes.
That's true.
Yeah, like, I assume as, as gamers, we assume that we own the internet, but everyone else also has corners of the internet. And they're still, bless their hearts, they're still using the reaction animal, the animal
Yeah.
reaction format,
Uh-huh.
which, perfect fit, kudos. And so my girlfriend was showing me a bunch of these, and one of them is just like a juvenile chicken head with things that say like, I'm my farmer's favorite pullet. A pullet is a juvenile chicken.
Yes.
Cock-a-doodle-doo,
Oh, damn.
right?
Damn.
Like, turned into a rooster. Gotta kill
Got.
it now.
Yep. It's always a favorite.
Yep. Yeah, right now there is a chicken who has hatched one egg, and she was like taking this chick around and showing it how to like, this is how we peck for food. This is how you
Scratch,
groom
scratch,
yourself.
scratch. Yeah.
Scratch, scratch, scratch. This is how you do everything. And the chick is like, oh, okay, pop peep. And she's like, I'm going to have to murder this poor hen's only child.
Yeah. God, no, I have seen some farm memes that are just too highly detailed. Like they get into the specs of like different tools and things like that, different farm equipment. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, just getting really deep into it. The way that, I don't know, you
like
or
talking
I.
about like what kind of tractor hitch you have, like that kind of thing.
Right, right. Well, I mean, that's probably like talking about like what kind of RGB you have in your gaming computer case,
Yeah,
right? Like now you got to get the fans with these bearings.
yeah. It's like, oh, you tried to pull this trailer with that? Damn, idiot neighbor.
Yep.
Actually, I did see, I saw a farm meme today on Instagram. It's a lady pulling, or being pulled by her dog. It's like, no, that's not our farm. And then she face plants into their field and starts scratching at the dirt. She's like, sometimes you just want to know how deep the neighbor decided to plant their seed. And it's, yep.
Humans are so diverse. It's really wonderful.
So today we're playing a game called Cabernet, which is
Yeah.
about Eastern European vampire.
Cool. Yeah, I thought like there was an opportunity for a segue earlier where we were talking about reality TV,
Uh-huh.
where I thought like, well, and while we're on the topic of predatory or treating humans as prey animals, let's play a game about vampires.
Just had a vision of like domestication of the humans, just the eyes going further sideways.
Yeah, as we learn to look for like, we lose stereoscopic vision, but now have like
Complete,
270
yeah.
degree field of view.
We're the ones sticking our heads fully in the water now. Because cows and horses do that too. They just drown themselves.
Okay, watching Star Wars again. I watched Andor,
Right.
and then I went and watched Rogue One.
Haven't done that yet. Yeah.
And is there anything? There must be something in the lore in Star Wars because there's something everywhere
Kyber
about every
crystals.
piece of lore.
Yes.
Are humans able to crew Mon Calamari star cruisers?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have to adapt the interface.
Yeah, because I assume that Mon Cal interfaces.
Yeah, but they
Are
do
like-
they do.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you just wind up with a like if you don't have it calibrated correctly? Do you just wind up with the worst migraine imaginable?
I have no idea. Yeah, maybe you get a droid assistant that is spec'd for it or something like that.
Well, let's play.
Let's play.
Oh, I hate that new lore about Mon Calamari cruisers being skyscrapers.
Oh,
They just used to be they just used to be their spaceships
yeah.
that they converted for war. The Mon Cal just had spaceships.
It's like the Mon Calamari world has two races. One lives under the water and one lives on the surface. And
Yeah. Yeah, like the Mon Calamari are kind of amphibious and the Quarren are fully aquatic.
yeah.
But like the thing where the ships are actually skyscrapers that they flew away. Just like,
Aw.
really? Okay. Keyboard, mouse. Look at this resolution.
All the way up. Hey, that's the first time I think we've seen one default like that.
Yeah.
And this is just on the front page. You don't have to go dig in the settings.
Yeah, I was like, where's
Where's settings?
Where's
Because I
settings?
guess these are all the settings. I could go for more settings,
Yeah.
but I do like having immediate access.
Well, Oh, look, the bunny's asleep.
Yeah.
So sleepy.
That was on screen every time someone was like, "Oh, it's a game about drinking wine." And I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. That's... What's a Cabernet?
Oh no.
Glug,
That
glug, glug.
frickin' snake spilled the whole bottle.
Ain't that the story of human mythology?
Oh, I'm gonna move us to the other side. There's some interface over here.
Ooh. End of the 19th century. Wow. It's a good thing we're entering a period of prosperity unlike anything the world will ever
Thank you all
know.
for coming here today to say goodbye to my Lisa. I never thought I would bury my own daughter, my own love, my pride.
Excuse me.
There's some choices on that headstone.
Well, this kid had no chivos.
Damn.
Fucking no wonder she's dead. Nearly 30 years old and no chivos.
I can't do this. Pico, please say something. I just can't.
There. It's all right.
Don't be cry.
What can I say about someone dying so young? Particularly someone as special as Lisa. If I may, I won't dwell on the circumstances of her tragic death today. Instead, I'd like us to celebrate her life. Despite her obvious calling for medicine, when she was little, I always thought she would become...
Calling for medicine, like, called to be a doctor, not, "I need medicine."
Yeah.
Why won't you give me medicine?
How did she die? She
was calling for medicine, and we
yeah,
just,
she died of whining, I guess.
I guess.
Despite her obvious calling for medicine, when she was little, I always thought she would become a doctor.
You know,
Despite her
Despite-
calling, yeah.
just- the four
I've
genders.
got to know what this is. Despite her obvious calling for medicine, when she was little, I always thought she would become a doctor.
I think it's the bottle. I think
Yeah.
those are the symbols.
But like
Science doctor, not like an alchemist instead of
like a PhD rather
maybe
than
a,
an
a
MD.
shrink or something. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, in that case, let's a leader, a performer, an artist,
Do we want to be a pansy, a
kinda.
soft,
Yeah,
squishy, sensitive child?
yeah, I kind of do.
Music or writing? Yeah, that's the. Do we? Yeah, we like words.
famous
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Should have heard how
word
she's been a
lot.
She used to tell me her own fairy tales when she was a young girl.
I saw one time there was in the bushes. I saw one time there was a fairy, and I took these pictures.
Like, yeah, no, that sounds like a 5-year-old story, all right.
The creatures she made up, the stories she told me, the classic ballads.
We're being kind of mean to this game. I have no reason to be mean to this game.
I'm not being mean. I'm just.
Such a bright girl. Always a top student. Always the pride of her mother.
Both parents. All right, you gotta come on camera at least. Was she thirsty or smart?
Lisa knew everything there was to learn from books about science in our enlightened age.
Corey's always mean. Ass.
Laws of physics, human anatomy.
Someone
chemical
ban
solutions,
Asverlorn?
you name it. Every time she went on about this scientist or that discovery, she'd light up like a matchstick. Most of the time I couldn't understand a word of it. But I just nodded along and mused at how bright our girl was. I can't tell you how proud we all were when she was accepted at the medical academy. I had no doubt that she was destined for greatness. But to become a doctor, one of the first women to achieve that in the whole country. If someone deserved that honor, it was our Lisa. But my niece was so much more than a gifted student.
Are we just going to wind up with 5 in everything?
We're gonna in everything you say?
Or five in all but one?
Even with all her talent for science, what everybody truly knew her by was her artistic nature and angelic voice. Do you remember her summer night performances at the cabin? Her singing, no matter the song, time or place.
The old
It
gray
felt like
mare,
I spoke to
she
you
ain't
alone.
what she used to be.
Haunting, otherworldly.
Ain't
Beautiful.
what she used to be.
She was my favorite niece. Let us raise a glass to her. Pour some vodka for Korda, too. He is old enough to send his sister off. A piece of my soul went into the ground with her today, as I'm sure did many of yours. Let those pieces help Lisa, wherever she is now. To Lisa.
When I was a little girl, I often had trouble falling asleep. My mother used to sing me this lullaby to comfort me. Tonight, I slept deeper than I had in my entire life.
Man, that sounds nice.
I had a disturbing dream that a string was coming out of my mouth.
Hate that.
I've had that
Yeah.
dream, yeah.
When I started pulling it, I realized that it came from all the way down my
yeah.
throat,
Uh-huh.
buried somewhere deep in my body.
I didn't know this was a dream other people had.
I
Oh.
kept pulling, but I couldn't go too quickly for fear of burning myself with friction. Finally, the whole string was out. I felt relieved, but also strangely empty. I realized that I was in my bed, with my mother sitting beside me, crying. I didn't know why she was in tears, but I knew it was my fault.
She made that string for you.
Yeah.
Dear Lord. Mom? Cola? My body feels like it's stuffed with cotton. Like I slept for days.
Wads.
I can't see further than my own fingers.
Is it spacebar?
Either this is a nightmare, or I'm in hell. This feels too real to be a dream.
Kerosene.
The cupboard is locked. Why would anyone keep something of value in a place like this?
Oh.
My medical journal from the academy and my family medallion. Who could have brought this here?
She's saying this out loud. Her mouth is animated.
Ooh. Let's see our relationships. We have no friends or family.
Feels real.
We know what day it is.
Okay.
Ooh, toasting at funerals. No glass touching.
No cheers. Eastern Europe has a long-lasting tradition of interpreting dreams. Many take dreams seriously and see them as signs, premonitions, and warnings of what may happen to them in the future. Dreams on Thursday to Friday nights are considered to be the most likely ones to come true.
Dope.
Medical education institutions existed in Eastern Europe for centuries. However, in some countries, many females were only able to study at these institutions at the very end of the 19th century.
Females.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay.
Lilies of the valley. My favorite flower. Who put them in this room? It's disturbing to see them here.
I had a prof who said that he wanted to be in the room in the 1960s where advertising execs,
Pick Lily of the Valleys.
to be the scent of fresh washed laundry from now until eternity.
Locked. Hello? Anyone? Please help. I'm stuck here. Anyone? It's no use.
Wow, Miss Giver Upper. Oh!
Hello? Who is this? I'm locked inside. Please help. Are you still there? Maybe you can't talk? Please knock twice for yes and once for no. Thank goodness. Can you help me open the door? Thank you. Thank you so much. Will you help me? What is it that you want from me? I'm a doctor by trade. I can heal you if you're sick, or come on call anytime, day or night. I'm not wealthy, but I know some people who can lend me money, and I don't have much, but I can owe you a favor? Then it's settled. Whoever you are, do you hear me? If you open this door, I, Elizaveta Morozova, will be in your debt.
Alrighty. Oh.
What the hell is this? My shoulder just felt like it was burning up. I can't see anything from this angle. I should check up on it later.
I hate emitting green fumes.
It's open. No one. What have I gotten myself into?
Ooh, skill
Skill
points.
Mm, maybe we should get history and politics up in. Just remain
Slam literature.
completely naive.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going back in there.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
A likely story.
What a peculiar painting. The husband and wife in the picture don't look very happy. If I had to guess, I'd say it wasn't the perfect marriage.
If only we had points in something else.
Nope.
It smells like death here.
We wouldn't have gotten 7.
There's someone's
True.
money in here. I could live on this for a week.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
After all that has happened, I think
Nihilism.
I deserve this.
Only in it for me. I'm gonna get mine. Oh. Yeah, let's
The mirror
check
is
our...
covered by a sheet. People only do that when someone dies.
glossary.
What about it?
Mother explained that this is so the dead soul does not get lost and trapped inside. Silly superstition, of course. We live in the age of science where there's no room for this nonsense.
Haha.
What is this? Where is my reflection? I can't see myself. It must be a trick mirror.
Yeah. So we cannot see where the green smoke came from. Ooh.
Eerie. It's hard to say without seeing the face, but this dress. Could it be the same girl from the first painting? Ugh, this is unbearable.
Stairs? Yeah.
I'm a doctor. I can get through this. Give me strength, no matter what is on the other side. What in heavens is all this?
Party time?
I will make sense of all this later. Something is wrong. My head is spinning. I feel the floor slipping from under my feet.
Would you look at her? How does one have the gall to show at the Countess's manor in such a filthy outfit?
She must be a nihilist, spreading all over the country like a plague.
Have you heard? The Countess is sending me on a special assignment to the capital.
You lucky devil. I've been stuck here for years. I swear, I'd dull my fangs just to spend a night in the city.
Miss, are you all right?
Mind your own business, Petya. It's rude to stare at a lady.
Sorry.
I think we're thirsty.
Locked.
Hey, stop messing with the phonograph. It's not a toy.
Sorry.
Love to scrape my needle across my wax cylinders.
I know it's not ideal, Countess Orlova, but I'm afraid there is not much we can do at this point.
Of course now there bloody isn't. The right time to act was last week. I don't understand where this influx of product is coming from. It's undercutting our prices.
Where were you when I...
Who is this creature? Darling, you look like a little domovoy. Come over here. I don't
House spirit?
bite.
You could probably check the glossary.
Domovoy is a house spirit that watches over a dwelling and has a significant impact on the family's life and well-being. If pleased, a domovoy may be of tremendous value to the inhabitants of a house.
Hello? Hello? I'm terribly sorry for
You must be the doctor's new apprentice. Look at you, poor thing. You must be fresh out of the ground.
Excuse me?
Ugh, nobody must have actually inducted you. How typical. No surprise with the men around here. Hussar, why is she in such a state?
She was not supposed to wake.
I'd... Hussar, be a darling and show this young lady around once she's decent.
As you wish, madam. If you'll excuse me, I'll go for a smoke on the balcony. You can find me there.
You're excused. If I recall my first day correctly, your head must be killing you. Here, drink this.
Thank you. May I ask what this is?
If you know too much, you'll grow old sooner. Trust me, it will lift your spirits.
Whatever this is, it's beyond delicious. It's sweet and thick and tastes like cherry and wild strawberries. Thank you. I do feel a lot better all of a sudden.
Now go change. We can't have you gallivanting around in those scrubs.
Oh, we're no longer really pasty.
There is a nice dress about your size in the cloakroom. Consider this my welcome gift.
Thank you kindly, madam. Madam Orlova.
You're welcome, child. Now off you go, change and mingle. Time is money.
Oh, we scootin'.
Countess is right. I should get dressed before exploring.
You're looking for a map?
Yeah.
I think probably just this door. As it's the closest.
Another cloth on a mirror. Something bad must have happened.
Probably leave this one alone.
That should do it, hopefully. The Countess sure has excellent taste in literature. In other circumstances, I'd spend all day here reading.
I guess in the armoire.
Yep.
Goodness, this must be the dress the Countess was talking about. Such an ornate Western style. It must cost a small fortune. I want nothing more than to change out of this horrible nightgown, but this is just too much.
The illusion of choice.
Hell yeah. Oh, it makes us better at history. We know more.
It's perfect. Fits like a glove.
People believe we know more. People look at us in this dress and go like,
I still don't know what's happening here. Or at least I hope I don't.
They're-
But delaying the inevitable is just tying my stomach in knots.
It's a doll collection
I
convention.
need to find that young man and learn the truth.
everyone's just got their BJDs out.
Yeah.
Please tell me you have some good...
Action points. Ooh, 3 action points. Okay.
Good evening, Hussar.
Ah, there's our belle of the ball. Lisa, right? You actually don't look half bad when you're not covered in graveyard dirt.
You suck.
I wish I could return the compliment, but you look quite pale and dreary. Must be from all that tobacco.
Huh. I like a lady with
smoke.
a sharp tongue. However, I'm afraid my paleness doesn't come from smoking. Surely an educated lady like you must have put together who we are by now, haven't you?
Nah.
Could you really be vampires?
We, Lisa. You, me, the Countess, nearly everyone here at the manor. Vampires, creatures of the night, blood-sucking monsters. Your pick. Just like you read about in folktales.
Eh.
Are you just playing tricks on me? Is this all a joke?
Only the best kind there is.
Is this why I had no reflection in the mirror?
If that's what you're concerned about, you look just fine.
Does this mean I'm dead?
Yeah, they would have believed smoking was good for you at this point.
Dead, alive.
But
who the
she's
hell cares?
educated.
Which it is.
Trust me, Lisa. You just won the lottery.
I don't even remember how it happened. Must be some sort of a defense mechanism that suppresses a traumatic experience.
That actually does happen quite a bit. That memory usually comes back soon enough.
Oh, good.
What about my family? When can I see them?
I was worried you will ask me that. Technically, they think you are dead, and it is best for everyone if they keep thinking that. It's true, too.
I can't just leave them like this. They have to know I'm all right.
Look, I know this is too much for you to take in right now. Maybe that's a conversation we should revisit another time.
Countess calls you Hussar. What's your real name?
At this point, I've been called that far longer than my real name. Just call me that.
All right. Hussar it is.
Lisa may remember
I
that.
have so many questions.
See, that's what I was afraid of. Theory is not my forte. I'm a proponent of learning by doing. Why don't you go talk the ears off some other guests while I finish smoking in peace? After that, I can show you what it's really like to be one of us.
I suppose I can do that. Could you at least tell me a little bit about the people, the guests in there?
Oh, come on. Where is your spirit of adventure? I'm sure you'll figure it out on your own.
All right then. I'll go see if someone can actually help me.
Meh.
All right. Thank you kindly. I'll be back soon enough.
No rush, please.
Well, time for smoke break.
Locked.
It is. All right, everyone. Go burn one down. We'll be back shortly. We return. Man. I wonder if smoking helps you look cool. And therefore makes it easier to hunt as a vampire.
Oh.
Probably.
And there's that thing with, being close to fire, being near the killing thing.
Yeah.
So, not only do you look cool to people, to humans, they're like, oh, you're inhaling poison. You must be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're cool to other vampires. It's like, whoa, you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
Right between your fingers. You're about to go up like a stack of kindling.
You're breathing fire. Man.
Man, you breathe? Oh no, yeah. Tamley says, imagining if your addiction forces you to slurp up a smoker to get high.
I always carry Matilda with me, just in case a good opportunity strikes. You never know. Look into her eyes. Doesn't she look alive to you? Like she's going to blink?
Yes, well. Apologies.
I gotta.
Petya.
Petya. We should probably go and discuss some urgent business with the Countess.
Oh, of course. In fact, I'd love to meet her as...
That doll's eyes are gonna blink, aren't they? Anyways.
I don't know how, but I can just sense that he is not one of us.
Imagine getting too much nicotine off of a smoker.
Oh, yeah.
That'd just ruin your whole day. Night.
You would have to smoke them.
You'd have to smoke the smoker?
Yeah.
Such a strange feeling. Attraction? No, but something very similar.
Was this game written by a doll user? User? A doll enthusiast?
Yeah.
He's most certainly human.
It's like butterflies in my tummy, except...
The doll makes him so sexy.
He's human and he smells good.
Oh, hello. It's you, Lady in the Nightgown. How are
Lady
you
in the
feeling?
Nightgown.
I was really worried.
Much better. Thank you. I'm Lisa, by the way.
Of course. Where are my manners? I'm Petya.
It's a pleasure. You were the only one who seemed to care about my illness.
Oh, nonsense. They are a lovely bunch around here, just all very busy. The third group I'm pitching my dolls to, and everyone keeps running off for urgent business.
Did you say you're selling dolls?
And making them, yes?
I see you
He's
have
the
one
source.
with you. May I take a look?
Of course. Matilda here is my favorite. I'd love to get some honest feedback. Well, what do you think?
Be honest. He doesn't have to like us. We don't have to be liked by everyone.
Of course we do.
It's just lovely.
Of course, everyone has to like us.
Coward!
Everyone has to
She
like
reminds me
us.
of the one I had when I was a little girl.
Everybody has to like you.
That's exactly
That's how.
what I wanted
That's
to
how this
accomplish.
works.
Thank you.
If you don't do everything you can to make people like you, then you get yelled at later.
It's a video game.
It's real life.
I'm hoping to show her to the Countess. With her approval, the sky's the limit. You know, making toys is what I wanted to do since I was a little boy. My father always called this foolishness, among other things. Said it's not manly work. I never managed to convince him otherwise.
I'm sorry. That must have been tough.
Well, here I am, still at it. I do have a feeling that I'm onto something with Matilda. Just you wait. My gut tells me that tonight is going to bring something special, and it's never wrong.
How did you end up being invited here, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, that's
Why
all
are
thanks to
you
Elisa,
here?
the lovely young woman in the yellow dress. She saw me at the town market and saw some real potential in my work. She said that the people in the manor might be interested in seeing it, and you didn't have to ask me twice.
I see.
Great.
How is pitching going so far?
I'll admit, it's a little slow, but the night is still young.
You are an optimistic guy, aren't you, Petya?
This man is so dead.
So dead.
My mother used to say that my hope will be the death of me.
Yep.
Dead.
What's
Turbo
the point
dead.
of living if you don't believe in
Turbo.
people and yourself?
Ultra mega dead.
Oh no.
You may be right about that. At least I truly hope you are. Best
I
of
need to
luck
get
with
out of the
everything,
way right
Petya.
now.
Hope everything works out with the Countess.
Thank you, Lisa. You're very kind.
This is much like our discussion about like reality shows and such. Ever been the person invited to the party to be made fun of? And then get murdered?
Can't say I have.
Have you tried the Countess's Cabernet? Honestly, I think this may have been the best one I ever tasted.
I prefer to stick to clear drinks around here. If you really want to try some decent Cabernet, stop by my salon on the main street.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I'll take you up on that offer.
Hello. Goodbye.
I wish I could moonwalk sideways like that.
Slip sliding along.
Your key earrings are cool.
Hello. I don't think I've seen you around here before. I'm Arbin.
I'm Lisa. Good evening to you, too.
You don't sound so sure. Is it really a good one for you?
You're right. If I'm honest, it hasn't been the easiest night.
That's what I thought. My advice is always be honest, unless you absolutely can't be. In the end, it does make everyone feel better.
That's a good piece of advice.
Stick with me, lovely. I'm chock full of them.
How are you doing tonight? It's fine. Really? You don't look fine. Like, oh, I guess you're right. Here's some advice. Pretend more.
I couldn't help but overhear that you are a wine expert?
I dabble. I run a literary salon in town and serve drinks there.
How exciting. All kinds of interesting people must come by.
You'd be surprised, my dear, and mildly disappointed. I'd love for you to stop by one day.
To disappoint everyone.
Something nice.
I'll make sure to visit.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Since you're an expert, may I ask you about the wine that the Countess gave me? I'll admit I found it delicious, but it wasn't really wine, was it?
It was not. Cabernet was sort of our code word for blood, so we don't shock any innocents. And then we just got used to it. Funny how language works, isn't it?
Yes. Funny. Arbin, I've only just been turned, and all of this is very new to me. May I trouble you for some advice?
I hope you don't mind me asking, but has someone in your family enjoyed wine a little too much?
Are we still talking? Like,
Ooh.
Yes. My father. Wine, vodka, anything he can drink, really. You aren't clairvoyant, are you?
Everyone becomes a little clairvoyant if they live long enough and pay attention. I saw you drinking that glass earlier, and I think you should be careful around it, my dear.
Alcohol's my father's problem. It isn't mine.
It's not just alcohol you should be concerned about. You can keep away from it if you want. Blood, however, you will now have to drink, whether you like it or not.
gotta learn to leave drink alone.
Like it or not.
Demons are hereditary, my dear. Always remember that.
Well, I should get going.
Good luck. I have a feeling we'll see each other soon.
Nice to actually acknowledge the theme of addiction in a vampire setting.
Yeah.
I'm starving, and the food looks so fresh and delicious, but the strangest thing is, I have absolutely no appetite for it.
Needs more sauce.
Come on. Don't any of you cowards want to have any fun?
Woo! Party!
My lady, with all due respect, Russian roulette just seems like, too much fun for the night.
Fine. Get lost then. Be on your merry way.
Are we gonna do Russian
Who
roulette?
knew that the second time I die would be of boredom?
Come on. Spin the wheel. Come on, Cameron.
Can the game just end here?
Oh. Gotta get around to her front side, I think.
Now, would you look at this pretty picture? I could barely recognize you from before. Where did you get this dress?
It's a gift from the Countess. She is very generous.
Huh. I thought it looked familiar. Name is Alisa, by the way.
Lisa, it's a pleasure.
Is she like the negative version of you?
I think
Lisa
so.
and
Elisa.
a Lisa?
Yeah.
Like flammable and inflammable?
May I ask who was the young man you talked with earlier?
Who Petya? Why, are you interested?
Goodness, no. I was just making conversation.
Don't be shy. We're not attached. Petya is human. I picked him up at the town market. He is a salesman. A ridiculously bad one at that.
If you two are not an item, may I ask why did you invite him over?
Because it was my turn.
A turn for what?
To spice up the eternity.
So, I've just been turned today.
Congratulations. That must be quite shocking. Thrilling, even. I'm envious, really.
Yes, thank you. I'm not quite sure how to process all this yet. What does one even do with this? Being dead, drinking blood, who knows what else?
Same thing anyone around here does. Masticating plain eternity day after day. Spicing it up any way you can.
Hence the Russian roulette.
We're already dead, aren't we? What else is there to lose? Do you fancy a round?
Maybe some other time.
Suit yourself.
So, it's true what they say? Vampires live forever?
We exist forever. We don't live. But then again,
skill issue.
Few do.
Does this mean that we can't stop existing?
Oh, sweetheart, there is nothing easier. Just stop drinking blood for a few days, fall from a high roof, or just step into the sunlight.
I should probably be writing this all down.
So,
in an easily
now that
discovered
you have eternity
notebook.
on your side, do you consider your existence more valuable?
Oh.
Oh, the eternal question. The, the unbearable lightness of being. Eternal return. About the same, really.
Has our potential increased? Despite everything, still you.
No, of course not. Pulse or no pulse, life is just as valuable as it always was.
I see. In that case, how would you compare the value of your new existence to, say, Petya's?
Well, mine's more valuable. It's me.
It's me, yeah.
Like, are we... Am I more valuable than some stranger? Yeah, clearly.
More points to nihilism.
Honest, I'd have to say mine. To think of how much
That is
I've been able to
nihilism.
accomplish.
Is that nihilism? That was the most self-affirming thought I've had in months.
Sorry you had to find out this way.
That was the nicest thing I've thought about myself in months.
Fair enough. Still, it's an interesting thought experiment, isn't it?
Indeed. Excuse me. I think someone is calling for me.
Yep, time to hit the old Dusty. Do we have to talk to Hussar? Yeah. You trying to open the big dish?
Is it Flat Fuck Friday? What's in there?
Just a big soft shell turtle.
It's pizza night.
Pancake. One pancake.
It's like when you go to De Dutch Pannenkoeken.
Yeah. It's like your plate comes out and you can't see the plate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we have points to spend.
Oh, yeah.
Do we?
Do we? No, we got experience. We're
Yeah.
still 11 short. Time to get more points. Ons pois.
All's point. Point.
Point.
Point.
Locked.
A single
Good
schnitzel.
timing. I just finished up.
Yes, how lucky.
Don't be snappy, Lisa. Smoking is an important routine for a soldier. Can't be interrupted. So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
What is going on in the basement of the manor? It's absolutely terrifying.
Normal
down
basement stuff.
Oh yes, the basement. If I were you, I would just forget all about it.
Excuse me?
All I know is that Countess conducts her business and she doesn't enjoy people meddling in it.
If it's so confidential, how come I ended up there in the first place?
Minor oversight. You were supposed to be moved upstairs before you were up, but appears that you are an early riser.
And whose oversight was it, may I ask?
Let's not focus on casting blame, shall we?
Could have been
I say
anyone.
All's well that ends well.
We're still looking for
So,
the man
Are
responsible.
there any other questions you have left for me?
Who ended up letting me out of the chamber?
If I'm honest, I haven't the foggiest idea. I thought you knew.
Well, I don't. And whoever it was gives me the goosebumps. On top of everything, I ended up promising them a favor and felt a bad burn on my shoulder right after that. Do you know what it could possibly be?
Let me take a look.
At a lady's shoulder?
Oh, brother.
What? What is it?
It could be nothing, really. No need to worry. Just make sure that you show this to the doctor when you see him, all right?
All right.
Infected.
So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
If vampires are real, does this mean other fairy tales are?
You'll have to be more specific than that.
Rusalkas? Domovoys? Ghosts?
Yes? No? Yes. We'll spend all night here if we keep talking about flora and fauna. If you want my advice, focus on yourself first. That always ends up working for me. So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
I suppose that's it for the time being.
Perfect. If you don't mind me asking, what do you make of all this? I take it you've done a couple laps around the ballroom. Learned a little more about what it's like to be one of us.
Well, I'm obviously still in shock, but
Yes?
from a scientific perspective, I have to admit I'm curious. This is certainly a unique condition we are in. Oh, I'd love to learn more about it for my studies.
I'm impressed. I can certainly see now why the doctor chose you as his apprentice. All right. Have you read Thunderstorm?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course I did. Tragic story.
It sure is. Well, unlike Katerina in the play, you no longer need to wonder why people can't fly.
How?
Adorable.
How did you do that?
By sheer will, Lisa. It's very
I hit the bat button on the interface.
How were you even talking with me in such a...
That's yet another benefit of being one of us. We can project our thoughts into people's minds. I prefer it, really. I find normal speech kind of primitive.
Why don't you do it all the time then?
I'd love to, but you don't want to get too used to it and scare a human by accident. Now, why don't you try it? Let's see what kind of bat you are.
Bat shift.
Goodness.
Girl bat.
Girl bat. We have a little bow. No.
Effectively. Oh.
Okay.
Isn't this a hoot? Come on, I'll show you around.
Oh my god.
So fast. Bat landing.
Whoa! Seems like you're catching on. Follow me.
Gone again. Whoa! Alright.
I can't believe I'm actually flying.
All this talk about death. Don't you feel more alive than you ever
Flappy
have
Bat.
right now?
Oh.
Get eaten by a hawk.
Shh. There. Look.
If only I have 3 coins to my name, then I'd show 'em. They'd all see.
Is this what you wanted to show me? A drunk peasant?
What I wanted to show you is how to use your new powers. Meet Trophime. He is the Countess's former serf, now custodian and coachman. Among other things, he makes sure no one goes in or out of here without her permission. Important man. Now, come with me. How is life, Trophime?
My lord, is that you? Or the bottle you gave me? Highest quality.
I can see that. It's nearly empty already. All right, enough pleasantries. Watch this.
What happened to him? Is he all right?
He is fine. We call this enchantment.
What does enchantment do exactly?
It makes people tranquil. While they are in trance, they don't feel pain or have a clear memory of what happened.
So they don't remember anything once they're enchanted?
Not quite. They may not remember what happened, but they won't forget how you made them feel.
Sounds like a subject for some awkward conversations.
You don't know the half of it yet. You'll see.
So, how do I enchant someone? I don't know if I can whistle like you.
Don't worry. Whistling is just for me. It's like a cure for the hiccups. Everybody has their own way. When you need it, it will come to you.
Does this mean you can just come up to anybody and make them tranquil?
In theory, but it's
Hey,
not quite that simple.
these blood-sucking monsters aren't asking for consent.
Firstly, they have to like you, an important condition. Without it, the charm won't work. Secondly, you should only do it to humans.
So it doesn't work on other vampires.
Yeah, he didn't
I
say
didn't
that.
There are rumors that the best of the best can indeed enchant their own kind. But I don't even know if the Countess has that kind of power. Besides, this would certainly not be considered ethical by our vampire brothers and sisters.
I bet they wouldn't mind to have that power, though.
Oh, without a doubt.
So why would you want to enchant someone?
I thought you might ask that. There are 2 main reasons. 1. People in a trance are easily suggestible. You can use that to influence their thoughts and opinions.
Noted.
And what is the second reason?
I think you already know.
Ooh. Get some.
What have you done?
Sippies.
I just opened him up for you.
Ugh.
Don't worry, he'll be just fine unless we bleed him dry. Come here. It's time for you to learn how to feed.
I don't know if I'm ready.
You're as ready as you'll ever be.
How do I turn?
Just relax and let your instincts take over. It will come naturally.
My mouth, it's bleeding.
Of course, I forgot to warn you. Sorry. Don't worry, it's normal. That happens when your fangs are out for the first time.
Gotta pay better attention to our periodontal health.
It will recover in a minute.
More flossing. All right.
His skin smells like wild berries. But not just the smell, the promise of warmth that draws you, the promise of being whole. I want to feel it on my teeth, in my body.
I would like to feel nothing on my teeth ever.
No, I can't do this. I don't think I can do it. I'm sorry.
Now I'm gonna think about feeling things on my teeth.
The craving?
No, the coating.
All right. But if the Countess asks, promise you'll say that you've done it. I don't want to get in trouble.
We
because
totally
you
had
chickened
sex.
I promise.
It was great.
Remember, you have to learn to do it to survive. I better get back to my other errands. Don't want to get my tunic wet. Do you remember the way back?
I do.
All right.
Hussar?
We can smoochies him.
Is that what saying thank you means?
That's what the heart means.
I don't trust this guy.
You wouldn't... He's so cute! Look at his little cut eyebrow!
And his
little tiny mustache!
side snatched waist, the,
Yeah.
the slutty
the posture?
frogging.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help. I had a rough day and it means a lot to me.
Don't mention it. I ended up having a decent time.
This was our first date.
I'll see you soon.
He took you out for a walk in the woods.
I should get back to the manor and talk with the Countess.
Showed us how to turn into a bath.
Process this all later.
We gotta go into this
Where will I
peasant's
live?
hut.
What's next? There's so much I have to sort out first. But first, Hussar said I can influence someone who is enchanted. I should try it on Trophine. Can you hear me, Trophine? Here is something I'd like you to do.
A life of crime?
Oh, man, he's gonna feel like shit for weeks. He gets
Just
dried out.
less.
Less?
We'll
Drink less?
start pacing your drinking.
Pacing? Yeah, you gotta spread it out, man. You're not gonna last all night if you keep hitting it like this.
Yeah, that bottle is supposed to last.
Can't keep taking you to the lick.
All right.
It's too dark. I can't quite make out what's inside the shed.
Only fun things inside that shed.
Locked.
Damn it! All right. Whoosh. Woo! Question
What
mark?
was that?
Rip to that guy.
Oh, Petya.
Looks like the banquet is over.
I don't understand. How could this even happen?
Do you have no self-control at all?
Ladies, did you drain this man?
What is this? My God!
Talk to the doll. You gotta question the witnesses.
It's Petya's doll, Matilda. This is so unsettling. What the hell happened here?
It's all Victoria's fault. I told her he's almost empty, but she wouldn't listen.
What do you want from me? I was starving, and you two barely left me anything.
Doesn't matter now. We drained a man. Not anywhere, but at the Countess's manor. Someone is gonna fry for this, and it sure as hell won't be me.
Are you mad? No one's gonna be executed for this. He's just a human.
You monsters. How could you do this?
He was just some poor random idiot.
And who are you exactly?
That's right. Hasn't been a vampire for 5 minutes and thinks she knows everything.
Come with me, my dear. This is not your mess to sort out.
Locked.
And
Those morons. I knew I couldn't leave them alone with him.
I just can't seem to make sense of it.
I'm so sorry. He didn't need to die today.
today.
What happens now?
Well, the Countess won't like this one bit. I can tell you that much.
Is she sympathetic to humans?
I wouldn't say that. However, she doesn't like murders being linked up to her property. She will find her way out of this, no doubt. But those three in the ballroom, we'll have to see.
Back in the room, they said someone will be fried. What does that mean?
I don't know if you've heard this yet, but we can't be in the sun. It destroys us.
I did read about that in the folk tales.
The stories are true. Sometimes it's used as a form of capital punishment for our kind.
What do you think will happen to those three outside?
Murdering a human, sadly, isn't a big crime in our community. I don't think it will come to that. If I had my guess, I'd say they will get their fangs dulled for troubling the Countess. They will grow back after a month or two, but before then, they will have to feed solely on Cabernet, and it isn't cheap.
What if they can't afford it?
They will just have to find a way. Some take loans, some steal. Without blood, we are like humans without water.
Gotta get them into debt.
Arbin?
You just, yeah. So what you do is you take away their bank card, so they have to use their credit card for a month.
Yep.
Yes?
Do you know what will happen to me now? I don't even know who I am anymore. What do I do? Where do I live?
I understand it's not an easy day. We all went through this at some point. All the answers will come at the right time. For now, you just need to wait it out till someone sends for you.
I must admit, I feel quite restless.
Listen, not many of us might say this to you, so I want to do it. Being one of us doesn't just mean hurting people for your own benefit. It doesn't have to be.
Gesundheit.
To me, it means that I have an eternity to become better, learn from my mistakes, absorb the knowledge about the world.
I suppose that's one way to look at it.
You know, the Countess has a wonderful library over here. Why don't you grab a book and use this time to learn something new? Perfection comes in little steps.
Thank you for all your help and kindness, Arbin. It feels really good to have a friend around here.
I know it can't be easy for you right now in all this madness. It's hard to adjust. I learned that the hard way. Trust me. Here, I want you to have this.
Oh. Oh.
This should give you a little boost when you need it. Clear your head. It's not going to last long, but it will give you a little peace of mind for the time being. I should go now, my dear. You know where to find me. Next time, a drink at my bar is on me.
I'll be looking forward.
Very generous. Too generous.
Did she just phase through the door one layer at a time?
Yes.
Cool. Ooh.
Ooh, the seagull. What'll that get us? Music and arts.
Should we try to learn about something?
Not that one, but yeah, get us the Morning Star or something.
Yeah. We can just read them all. Oh no, we can't. Twilight.
My fault.
for everything. Oh!
Well,
I should see what all this ruckus is about.
Or read another book.
Yeah, we could just read another book, hang out here, read a book, not deal with, I don't know, drama. Oh, this game has consequences.
Oh no.
Is this-
Some will be marked.
Hmm.
Oh. The lady in yellow.
They
Oh.
must have taken Petya's body away.
Maybe we could
Lord
suck on
only
the
knows what
tablecloth.
they'll do to it.
Maybe that's the choice we get to make here.
Ruin the tablecloth. What are we supposed to do with this thing? It's fucking hideous.
Maybe Alisa will take it.
Maybe. Also, notice how
What?
the chair looked like it was rippling.
Oh, is it either the light or the doll moving?
I heard noise. What happened?
Idiots being punished for their own stupidity.
Are they going to die?
I was going to rip them apart, but I actually thought about something you said earlier.
Really? What was it?
The potential of eternal life is more important than immortal humans. Probably not wise to face the vampiric court for a human. Still...
No, I meant my life is more
No.
important than immortal humans.
I'm so sorry about Petya. He seemed like such a nice boy.
It was always a risk. Life goes on. Whatever it is we have. But thank you. You must be curious about what happens to you now.
I'd be lying if I said otherwise.
The way it works is that you get assigned to the one who turned you for the apprenticeship. I believe you are the doctor's disciple.
Am I?
I don't really remember much before I woke up. He was a traveling doctor that came to the city, wasn't he? He was a vampire?
He certainly was. It will all come back eventually. Don't worry about it now. Countess has a coachman, Trophime. He will take you to the doctor's place in town. He is rough around the edges, but you can learn a lot from him.
May I speak with the Countess herself?
You need to be a little more important for that to happen. Trust me, she'll send for you soon. She has errands for us all. You will be no exception.
I don't owe the Countess anything. Why do I have to work for her?
Oh, I admire your juvenile, rebellious spirit. However, I would strongly advise you not to show it towards the Countess. But then again, it would be quite a show to watch, so actually, go ahead. You should go. Trophime will be waiting for you, and the sun is not getting any lower. I've unlocked the door by the balcony. It'll lead you to the stairs and outside. Hey, Lisa?
Yes?
Never mind.
Well, now I'm gonna wonder.
Uh-huh.
What is it?
You've only turned recently. When was the last time you watched the sunrise?
It must have been a couple weeks ago. I was studying late for my exams.
What did it feel like?
I didn't appreciate it. Honestly, I didn't like it because it meant I was out of time to study.
Go for it.
It was just sun in the sky. What a strange question.
Forget it. You will hear from the Countess soon.
I'm sure I will.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask you.
Why do you suck so much?
Could you please take this ugly doll with you? I can't keep looking into its dead eyes.
Does it remind you of Petya?
Just take it with you, please.
I think it's yours, dude.
All
Fine.
right, I will.
Now we have to take it.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
I'll bring the doll.
I swear it just blinked.
All right. Ooh.
They must have taken Petya's body away. Lord only knows what they'll do to it. Hello again, Trophim.
Evening, my lady. Forgive me, but have we met before?
Oh, that's right. He must not remember me because of the enchantment. Oh, no. Lisa just mentioned your name when she directed me to you.
But of course, silly me. I was worried I forgot. Happens to me after vodka sometimes.
Shall we head out?
Of
He's
course,
good
my
to
lady.
drive. He's good
Your
to
wished
drive.
Mistress Orlova arranged for you to be taken in and out of the town as you see fit, at no charge. Whenever you need a ride, myself or another driver should be ready to pick you up.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Don't thank me, my lady. Countess's orders are the law around these parts.
Well, in that case, send her my thanks.
Will do. Get in, my lady. Don't be shy. Marta and I will get you to your new lodgings in no time. One more thing. I'm afraid you'll have to wear a blindfold, my lady. Mistress doesn't want anyone knowing where the manor is.
Very fashionable.
We're here, madam. You may take the blindfold off.
So this is my new home.
Whoa, Marta.
What? Where do all these sparks come from? What is happening to me?
That's the sun, madam. You must go inside your new home soon. But don't worry, there's still some time until sunrise. Doctor's flat is on the second floor. Door on the right side.
Wait, permanent death. Oh wait, we've already died.
Thank you, Trophim. Here's for your trouble.
You're too kind.
It's my pleasure. Be safe, Trophim.
If I'm honest, madam, no one is really safe here. Go, Marta.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I like that.
Pavel, dear, you shouldn't bother with an old bag like me. Surely you have better things to do.
Nonsense. I always have time for you. Besides, ticks are no joke. Good thing I noticed it when I did. One more day and the parasite could have dug itself fully into your body.
My goodness. Well, thank you kindly, Doctor. Once again, you are my savior.
Not much we can do with the Lyme disease.
I'll check up on you in a couple of days to make sure the bite area doesn't look infected. Lisa, is that you?
Oh, this must be the new apprentice you were talking about.
Indeed.
Very good. Very good. Thank you again, Doctor, for taking pity on an old woman. Hello, little dove. You look like you've seen a ghost. Are you all right?
No, I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking.
I see. I can sense you are a strong one. Reminds me of myself when I was younger.
Thank you.
As we are neighbors now, call me Fahina. I'll be right next door if you ever want to check up on an old woman. Don't be a stranger.
Violating hospitality.
Welcome, Lisaveta. I've been looking forward to your arrival.
Man, the Constantines had a great song called Lisaveta.
Okay.
Good evening, Doctor. I was told I'll be staying here for the time being. Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course, it's the least I could do. Tonight was your initiation night, wasn't it? I trust everything went smoothly?
Yeah,
sure.
Great, actually. Yeah, everything was awesome.
As nights like this can go, I suppose. I had to learn a lot, and I sense there is much more coming.
Everything like butter.
I mean, someone was supposed to do my onboarding, but...
Yeah, instead I just got, sent into a conference to present. And,
And then there was the murder.
Yeah, the reviewers tore someone else apart.
Glad to hear you're
right
fast
before
learner.
me.
I know it's been a lot to
The
take in.
flight was a real bastard.
And he'll be like, I'm more of a hands-off mentor.
Yeah, I'll email you the manual again.
I also know that I am partially responsible.
Partially?
for your
Partially.
Condition.
Partially. Which part?
I turned you into what you are now.
So the big
and
part.
I will guide you through it.
So entirely.
Yeah, 100% you would say part. If we were carving a cake, your part would be the whole cake of responsibility.
Yeah. The responsibility cake.
Leaving no cake for any... Who else would you say was responsible for what happened?
I have so many questions.
Like, what do you mean partially?
I can only imagine, dear. Sadly, time is not on our side right now. The sun will come up shortly, so we'd be wise to leave them till later.
Could have happens now.
Starting tomorrow, I would like you to work with me as an apprentice and help me with my research. In return, you'll have your own room here in the apartment.
Would I have a room to myself?
Of course. A bright mind needs space for work and contemplation. It's not much, but I hope you grow to feel at home there.
My vessel?
Yes, the coffin that you were buried in.
Goodness, but why?
When the sun is up, you can only be safe when you are near it. An obscure rule, but life of our kind is riddled with those, I'm afraid. Now, go and have some rest. Isn't that what they say? You'll rest when you're dead.
Ruffle mouth.
Ooh. Oh, we're not good enough at
Just
art
slap
to
him.
Wait, can you can open up the menu from here, the tab menu?
Yeah, how
right?
many points down
Yeah,
are
we've
we?
got stuff.
We need 5 more points.
Hey. Oh, yeah. And oh! Too soon, man.
Just punch him in the throat.
That's not very appropriate.
You're right. I shouldn't have joked about it so soon. My apologies. By the way, I left an outfit in your wardrobe that you may find more appropriate for your medical work around town. It's probably a bit old-fashioned for a city girl like you, but it's all I have. Now, time for you to get some well-deserved rest.
Thank you, Doctor.
Which part? It's like, yeah, it was 50%, Ooh,
Everyone has the same books.
Ooh, Ingenio
Pushkin.
Negan.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a book with a duel. Oh.
Damn it.
Oh, even when
See?
we're dead, we don't have time
We
to
don't
read.
have time. Stupid sun's coming up. Wow.
We should take our break.
Let's take our break.
Okay, we're gonna take our break, and then we'll be back.
After passing that threshold, I feel so safe all of a sudden.
We have returned. How's it going out there? What do you think so far?
I like it.
Yeah. I think the writing is a little anachronistic.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure. Like,
For
absolutely.
surely.
I mean...
And part of that is probably because they gave us a female protagonist and they don't want to do some sex crimes.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't have to be... I would like to clarify. My comment in here is not, there's not enough sex crimes. It's that, like, the quality of the dialogue feels very American.
Yes.
And, like, contemporary.
I think you maybe in contrast to something like, what is it, Black Book? The one that you're a witch.
Oh, yeah.
In the same sort of Eastern European setting.
Mm. But it doesn't feel 1890s to me.
No. It feels like people are, I don't know, too confident. People know what's going on, maybe a little too well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like... I guess I appreciate that the character is just like, vampire, got it. Instead of us having to go through kind of like what might be a fairly agonizing or like experience where our character is like refusing to believe they're a vampire or anything.
Yeah.
Like, on one hand, I'm like, we buy into this pretty quickly. On the other hand, the alternative is something I think would be boring.
I'm curious to see why they've centered it around medical professionals.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's interesting.
And I'm curious about, like, the side stories a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, I want to, like, they've said, like, there's a meta plot, and then there's also, like, a plot. There is a plot to the game. And then you can expand and go off and do side things.
Yeah, but like, because the winemaker with the salon is like, I'm using this as an opportunity to learn more and expand stuff. So it's like, this is what you could do with your immortal life. And then there's you can just steal things and murder people.
True.
And it's a little different. Have you played Vampire at all? The Vampire with a Y?
No.
Okay.
That made people, or some, I've seen people talking about it. Vampire?
I thought they were talking about a book.
Possibly.
Oh, people. Yeah. They're just talking about it right now. They are talking about the game, but it's kind of it's an action. It's kind of more in a Grand Theft Auto kind of world,
right?
Where you're running around or maybe Assassin's Creed is a little more accurate. Like you're trying to do your stealth stuff, and this doesn't. It's more narrative focused, so you don't really have to deal with the stealthy, but you have to deal with like the social.
Yeah, because
interactions.
Like, vampirism in our modern usage is usually about like, parasitic elites.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you have the zombie film or the zombie phenomenon, which is usually about
other.
Yeah. The
or
masses of others.
Even like
of threatening others.
Groupthink.
Yeah. But vampires are usually like, no, there's the elite are some kind of predator.
Yeah, and they've got like a rigid traditional hierarchy.
Yeah, that is inscrutable to you and follows its own rules. And, the billionaires are evil. But, like, in the mythological context, it's something that you could possibly break into, right? Like,
yeah.
Where was I going with this? I forget.
That it's anachronistic, that...
Yes. we are a doctor here, which suggests that like the medical profession
We're like
is
upper middle
party
class.
to this
Yeah,
in some way.
maybe. Yeah.
That like wherever we come down in this world is kind of like, everything is a metaphor, right? So why are we a doctor
Mm-hmm.
as part of this predatory elite?
I'm assuming that just is a good point for our character to interact with humans and to
be around a lot of blood.
well, but also like the do no harm kind of thing, and the having someone's life in your hands.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see where they're going with this.
Yeah, let's get into bed.
I think it has something to do with the coffin. Ironic that something like that can bring a sense of calmness.
All right, we have another outfit.
There's plenty of room for my outfits. And look, there's already one in here.
Let's dress as our
Must be
doctor.
the one the doctor mentioned.
Cosplay.
I wonder why he has it in the first place.
It's just like a nurse's uniform.
Provincial garb. Oh, we're Belle.
Oh.
Must be more than this provincial life.
Well, let's put on our nightgown to sleep in.
Yeah, let's do that and then forget to take it off in the morning.
Strange. Can't imagine the doctor getting much use from this, even back when he was a human.
Yeah, he
Lovely
definitely
vanity, though.
never had a female partner or daughter or whatever that you were replacing.
I should check out the general store for more room decor options.
We can decorate?
Amazing.
Oh
my god.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
We can get a better coffin.
We
We
can
can
upgrade our
our
coffin.
ride.
Yeah.
Our whip.
Is this what ghost riding the whip is?
I want to look around more before I go to sleep.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Huh. The window goes out directly to the main street. Could come in handy now that I can actually fly.
Always keep it open.
That's a nice place to store my keepsakes.
Ooh, our chivos.
Now we're all...
Don't you go anywhere,
Fuck!
Matilda.
Can we turn it around, please? I can't believe we were polite to that guy. He was so clearly gonna die.
Yeah.
And instead we were polite, and now we've got his fucking doll.
Well, that was polite to that other lady.
Yeah.
Elisa.
This is
All right, I think we can go to sleep now.
being polite to multiple people in a row is how I wound up with my
It's been a
first
long
girlfriend.
night. Time for a little rest.
Weren't we complaining earlier about
Lisa.
like relationships and
Always.
Who is this?
I'll wait till this
The
bit's
window.
done. Oh, what's the doll? Oh God, no! I know there's a bat outside.
Oh, it's only you. You scared me half to death. What do you need?
I have some business from the Countess to discuss with you. Would you kindly invite me in?
The window is already open. Why the formalities?
Have you not read about this in your vampire stories? We can't come into someone else's chambers unless we are invited.
That sounds rather tedious. It must make it much more complicated to hunt.
Believe you me, if we could only avoid this rule, most of our kin wouldn't be so skinny.
Fat vampires?
Will you let me in or not?
I don't think blood has that much fat in it. Does it?
You've never experienced bloating, have you?
I don't think so.
Oh no.
Sounds to me like you are rather keen to be here. But what do I get in return?
You tricky minx. All right. The corner shop owner, Oleg, owes me a favor. If you let me in now, I'll speak with him and get you some store credit. How does that sound?
Ooh.
Sounds like a deal. Come in,
Go and
please.
pick up some free boosters.
Yeah.
Can we give the doll to someone else?
Can we put it in the in a drawer or something?
Nice place you got yourself over here. The good doctor must want to keep you comfortable.
The doctor has been very kind.
See, cold calculation, bargaining, even extortion, that I understand. The intentions are clear. Kindness is where I get suspicious.
As cynical as it sounds, I think you might be onto something. I'll keep an eye on him.
Great minds think alike.
In any case, you're not here to discuss human character, are you?
That's very true. Let's cut to the chase. Countess would like you to run a quick errand for her, and if everything goes well, she will be very grateful.
What's the favor?
There's this young couple in town, Evgeny and Anastasia. More importantly, they are related to the new mayor, Savely Skortsov. I think Evgeny is his second nephew or whatnot. No matter. According to our sources, the mayor occasionally stores important documentation in their house. Do you see where I'm going with this?
No.
Not really. What do you want me to do?
Countess would simply like you to retrieve said documentation. Before you say anything, remember that she allowed your conversion to be completed and virtually saved you from death.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Splendid. All you need to do...
How do I keep finding the nihilist?
This is how you find out you're a bad person, okay? I'm sorry, Cameron.
I'm just clicking on things and it keeps giving me nihilism points. I just take what feels right.
Then you can enter any time and get what you need without them ever finding out.
Wait, how do I do it again? I'm sorry.
And how do I know it's them?
He's a hotshot poet, and she is one of those sensitive, artistic types. What else? Oh, they are both blondes. I always found that peculiar.
Where should I look for Evgeny?
Let's see. He is a mediocre poet who, surprise, surprise, enjoys an occasional shot of vodka. I would start your search at Arbin's Literary Salon.
What else can you tell me about Anastasia?
Not much.
Is that
Although
how
I do
you
often
pronounce
see
that?
her
It's
going
one way
in
to
and out of
pronounce
the
that.
church.
Huh.
You go to church.
Heavens, no. But the roof of it is my favorite spot in town.
You could smoke so
I'd like
many
to smoke
places
there
if
on
you could
occasion.
fly.
I've always wanted to fly. You could smoke so much.
What kind of documents am I looking for?
All I can say to you right now is that you'll know them when you'll see them.
That's not very helpful.
That will have to do.
And no one
I
else
think
would
I've got
talk
it
to
from
you.
Remember, just befriend one of them and get an invitation to their house. This will come in handy when you'll have to hunt, too. I'll check in a few days and see where you're at. Almost forgot. Here's a little something for incidentals.
Thank you.
Enjoy your new life. I'll
We
see
get a
you around.
stipend?
We got plural coins, but
Too bad I can't see my... I wonder if...
Okay, what do we want here? We're going out.
we're going to impress a poet.
I guess we want to stack lit in writing.
Hell yeah. Is bat mode available here? Yeah, you can go out the window.
Sick. Airwolf time.
Da da da. Oh, can we get it?
What
Can we
is-
smoke break? That's a rock. Or we can find the shards.
21 shards of
paint, fabric.
Vodka bar.
Yeah. What about it? They also have
vodka
and wine.
We just get eaten by a hawk.
Whoa. Just creep up on this man.
The community board.
Stealthy.
Politics, local events, lifestyle columns. Quite a lot of missing people listings. Interesting.
Let's go to the vodka bar and order milk.
Perched upon a rotting barrow, my eyes survey the fallow field.
It's kind of like maybe a strawberry blonde. Maybe that is that auburn?
Where once the wheat grew tall and narrow, now crops bestow a paltry yield. The bitter wind turns lakes to stillness, no saplings in the frozen earth. The farmer's wife now writhes with illness as embers die upon the hearth.
Hearth.
Upon the earth.
Earth.
Rhyming hearth with earth is just... It makes...
Mm-hmm.
See how in the forest hollow the firewood, it gathers moss.
Loss?
Please
is this
not
loss?
loss. Please
is this
not
loss?
Do not loss me.
While in the tavern, ripe with sorrow, the
Fuck
farmer
you.
drinks to his great loss. Now raise a toast to her, my brother. Nature shall we never scorn.
Could be worn, or mourn. Forlorn. Chad's got forlorn.
No,
Corn?
it's gonna be
born.
a one syllable.
Though often a tempestuous mother, we may yet see the summer's
Okay, we're
dawn.
doing an A-B.
Dorn. It's AABB.
Bravo!
Darn.
Thank you kindly, dear friends.
Who's playing Tubular Bells?
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is Tubular Bells.
I presume you are the famous Evgeny Skvortsov?
I don't know how famous I am, but I certainly am him. And whom do I owe the pleasure?
I'm Lisa, the doctor's new recruit. I was looking around and came in here just in time for the poem. Is that something new?
Oh, Tubular Bells are actually really fun to play. I should learn to play them.
Enchanté, Lisa.
Rhyming corn and dorn in my Warhammer Poetry Slam? Hell yeah. Look, Rogel Dorn spent 1,000 years in, like, a warp mind trap. Not
The
quite
poem is
falling to
actually
corn.
from my old book. I'm having a bit of writer's block recently.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You don't do the work don't get done.
It's nothing that a nice drink won't cure.
He's got a solution already. Oh.
You know, I happen to have read your poetry book recently.
Have you? I am honored. And what did you think?
Have to go. No, we gotta butter this guy up.
It was brilliant. Reminded me of early Byron. So passionate and brave.
You went for the Byron right away? You told him he reminded you of Byron? He's gotta see right through that, right?
Thank you.
Nope.
That's quite a compliment. You do know your poetry.
Don't act too
Yeah,
surprised.
reading
please.
Byron in the 19th century. Wow. You reminded me of Iron Man.
You know, really boss baby energy.
Yeah, it reminded me I could be reading Byron right now.
You're right. My apologies. I think such nice sentiment deserves a toast. Would you do a celebratory vodka shot with me?
Vodka isn't really something I drink nowadays.
You know that nobody actually likes vodka, don't you?
Take that
It's designed
back.
to be
You take that
terrible,
back.
To make you feel terrible.
I always liked at the end of 1984 where he's in the bar and he's drinking, and he's like, "This place flavors its vodka with cloves." And
Ooh,
it was
that'd
like-
be interesting.
I was like, that does sound interesting, because he's eating vodka with cucumbers, or drinking vodka. They serve it with cucumbers, and it tastes like cloves.
That's why it's a perfect companion for your misery. After all, isn't that why people drink in the first place?
I've done an onion
What
shot,
a
and that was pretty
compelling
good.
pitch.
An onion shot.
Yeah.
Say more.
Vodka with freshly cut onion.
Oh, like steeped in it, or just like
You crunch on the onion and then you drink the vodka.
Oh.
I've also done peppered vodka where you crack black pepper into the vodka.
Really? That sounds neat.
Mm-hmm.
Advertising is what poets are really made for, isn't it?
Blood 5.
Well, this is going to cost us.
Yeah, no, we can keep having this conversation. Just gonna keep going and saying things.
I don't
to
see why
people.
not. Let's share our misery.
To the art of poetry, may it continue to shape minds and move the human spirit.
Here, here.
Right on the teeth.
Right on the teeth. I
That
heard
went
that.
down easy. Say, Lisa, perhaps you've rescued me from my writer's block. I just might have a stroke of inspiration.
Delightful news. Although I'm not sure I can take credit for it.
Nonsense. That's what muses always do. Inspire naturally, without even realizing it. Why don't you come back another night? You'll be my first audience and judge.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Well, you know what they say. The break is short between the first and the second shot.
What is he gonna rhyme our name with?
I'll go chat with Arbon and get some more.
Have fun.
Have fun with your misery, companion.
Oh, we always do.
Yeah, it's just gonna be just a different. It's a word. It's a word that doesn't rhyme, and then it's just gonna add a on the end.
Oh God. I built a rocket.
Now we work here.
Misa.
This is a shout out to Lisa, who is a friend of Misa. Lisa. We'll together get a treats of pizza.
Misa caused a big bomb of genocide.
Take the bongo through the planet core. Oh. We got armband.
Damn, that looks good.
This is why we had to crack down on smoking in movies. God damn it!
I think there are only a few dozen of these left in the world. Can't believe they have such a collection here.
Oh my god, that face.
Whoa. Whoa.
Town's founding merchants. Those faces
This
look
has got to be
familiar.
like a 7 or
Have
an
I
8
seen them
head at
somewhere
least.
before? Of course. The painting in the Countess's basement.
Ba-boom. Egg!
I think there are only a few dozen of these left in the world. Can't believe they have such a collection here. The craftsmanship is stunning. I wonder how they managed to acquire it. It looks authentic. Unbelievable.
How?
Was this shipped here all the way from Greece?
How do we know that?
Also, how hussar do we think that that other painting with the horses are?
Oh,
Craftsmanship
good call.
is stunning.
Yeah.
Can't even look at it.
Can't even look at it.
What are all these people?
Looks like they're sealing things with wax.
Definitely working. Oh.
Athena?
Athena.
Athena, the goddess of wisdom and warfare. Intimidating, but stunning nonetheless.
Nope. He's blocking that whole stairwell.
Egg with a clock.
Egg with a clock. Egg timer.
I think there are only a few dozen of these left in the world. The craftsmanship is stunning.
This is what I'm going to say whenever I
wonder
go
how
to
they
a
managed to
museum from
acquire
now
it.
on. The craftsmanship is stunning. I wonder how they managed to acquire it. The craftsmanship is stunning.
It looks authentic.
The craftsmanship.
The craftsmanship,
Craftsmanship
is stunning.
is stunning. I wonder how they managed to acquire
All right.
it.
So they've got 4 of the potentially dozen eggs.
There are only dozens of
I
these.
think there are only a few dozen
a
of
few
these left in the world. Can't believe they have such a collection here.
Is this a Faberge egg?
No. You'd have to crack it open to see. Ooh, delicious moths for our bat to eat. Oh, is that another paint piece on the bench?
Hi there.
It looks like it is.
Just gonna put these dirty,
Dirty
scraps
painting.
on the wall.
Yep.
Once we collect them all, we'll sew them back together. Shall we go down the dirt track?
Yeah, let's go down the...
That's one messy path.
Can we fly?
I think that's great, actually. Oh, we can't...
We can.
That's one messy
No,
that's
it's too
one
messy for bat.
path. I'd rather wait for it to be tidied up.
Oh,
That's-
hello.
This guy's lost his armband. Or is it a different guy?
It's either on the other arm or it's, yeah, a different guy. It's popular smoking locations. Whoa. Different lady, I guess.
One moment, please. Oh. I might have to let someone in. Do you want to...
We can probably just pack it up, or...
Okay, yeah, no, this... I'm such a sucker for adventure games. This actually gives me big, like, Sierra vibes.
Yep.
Maybe it's just the
scales of stability.
the
symbol of our
interface, the
country.
user experience.
I can't believe how much of it is voiced.
Yeah. The voice acting seems fine too. Yeah, I guess my complaint is that it's anachronistic, but whatever, it doesn't... It's also about vampires. Yeah, I like getting into a bat.
Yeah. That's pretty clutch technology. Many games should let you turn into a bat.
Ermagerd.
Sounds like the door's been got.
Okay.
Locked.
Rude.
Pigeon. Goodbye, pigeon.
I love how pigeons are like just walking around, doing
The
my
lights are
thing,
on.
doing my
Dropping
thing,
their eggs everywhere.
doing my thing. Oh my god, you're close! And then they like walk away really quickly, trying to act casual.
Mm-hmm.
Locked.
Yeah, it just seems like a really solid game.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, okay. Apart from the fact that I'm randomly annihilate. Wow, how did we wind up with this much humanity?
He said some nice things too.
I guess we're more human than nihilists somehow.
Because nihilists aren't human.
It's
Remember
true.
that, chat.
Yeah. We are nihilists. We feel nothing. Neutral. There's a
There's
cat.
a cat.
There's a cat.
There's a cat. If you click on the cat, does it give us information?
Status undead.
There's an undead cat.
There's a vampire cat.
Maybe that's who let us out of the basement.
Maybe. That would make sense, actually.
He was just bonking up against the door.
Yeah. And eventually, like, the reason we couldn't open the door is the cat was just, like, laying across the threshold, blocking it. We owe this cat a favor now? Why are some locked? I guess.
Maybe that's
to indicate
we haven't hit
alive?
the threshold.
Maybe.
Because we've hit a pretty good threshold with.
No. Yeah, Tropheme likes us more than Elisa
Maybe
does.
the glossary explains. It's like relationships. Bad landing.
Morality. Gotta be a nihilist. Ooh, how do we do the enchantment? Oh, yeah, exactly. We should be enormous Francophiles right now. We're in Eastern Europe. Wasn't the Tsarina an enormous Francophile? Or no, she was, No. No, wait, what happened? There was the war between Prussia and Russia.
Yep.
The Tsarina dies. The new Tsar is an admirer of Ferdinand. Different country, different adjective.
Spanish, right?
But who was the Francophile Tsar? Was it Peter the Great? Peter was the Francophile.
It wasn't Nicholas, which was later, right?
I think so. I think it was Peter the Great who was like a notorious Francophile. Gum bleeding. You gotta watch that
Stale
periodontal
blood.
health.
Yeah.
What do we got? Small vial.
Yep.
Lisa's medallion. I guess we're wearing it on like as a cameo.
Mm-hmm.
We still have our kerosene lamp. Cool.
All right. Well, game good.
Yeah, the vibe is definitely an old Sierra adventure game. But like, the product of 40 years of iteration and development in that format.
Well, thank you all for joining us today.
Yeah, we will see you all in the future. And until then, goodbye.
Bye.